वेलकम स्टूडेंट्स। इस क्वेश्चन में दिया है f of x is sin pi times integer part of x by fractional part of x and you're asked to analyze the nature of this function. That is, f of x is periodic with period 1, even function, range is singleton, is identical to this function. ठीक है, चार ऑप्शंस दिया है, so let we have to check one by one. ठीक है, before checking let us analyze this function. ठीक है, f of x is sin of pi times integer part of x by fractional part of x. So आपको पता है this function will not be defined when fractional part of x is equal to 0. So इसका डोमेन होगा all real numbers except integers, क्योंकि at x is equal to integer fractional part 0 हो जाएगा. So denominator 0, this function will not be defined. At all other points the function will be defined because fractional part of x तो नॉन जीरो है, but कोई भी x ले लीजिए, integer part of x is always an integer. So sin some integer times pi is always equal to 0. Sin integer times pi is always equal to 0. So what is the nature of this function? This function f of x is equal to 0 if x belongs to all real numbers minus integers and undefined at x is equal to integers. So this is the nature of this function. So is the first option true? Yes, because this function इसका आप ग्राफ ड्रॉ किया, how does the graph look like? At integer values you'll have a hollow dot because integer values पे defined नहीं है, 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, so on. So integer values पे you have a hollow dot, integer values पे hollow dot है, and when x is not an integer the value of f of x is 0. इसका मतलब है between the integers the value is always 0. It's a constant function. Okay? So you can see that the value of this function is repeating after an interval of 1. So periodic function with period 1 side. Is it an even function? Yes, because the graph is symmetric about y-axis. आप देख सकते हैं बहुत clearly the graph is symmetric about y-axis. Hence the function is even also. The range is singleton. The range of this function is always a single element 0. So range is singleton भी सही है. और दे रहे कि this function f of x is identical to this function. So what is this function? Let us analyze this. Signum of fractional part of x by root of fractional part of x. So आप देख सकते हैं this function signum of fractional part of x by root of fractional part of x is again undefined when fractional part of x is equal to 0. That is, integers पे ये function भी defined नहीं है, similar to this. And when x is not an integer, fractional part of x is non-zero, root of fractional part of x is also non-zero. More than that, fractional part of x is positive, root of fractional part of x is also positive. Positive number by positive number is positive. So signum of a positive number is, this is always equal to 1. And what is signum of 1? Signum of 1 is 1 and 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So इस function में integer values of x पे undefined है. When x is not an integer, this function is also equal to 0. So same domain, same definition as our given function. Hence, these two functions are identical. So this is also true. So all the four options are true with respect to the function capital F of x. Thank you.